Hey guys, welcome back to the Project Zero podcast. My name is Keon, and this is episode 5. Today I have a special guest, CJ Ragatero. What's up?
How's it going? As but yeah, my name is CJ Ragatero. I'm also known as Keon's cousin.
What you been up to, by the way?
Dude, I've just been working all day. So I've just been working all day. I've just been working on my side businesses, and I just been going in on the market lately because
Yeah.
I
I,
just been throwing money at it.
no, I saw your
Both markets.
cryptocurrency. Always see your cryptocurrency story in Instagram.
Yeah,
Dude, it's crazy what's going on right now, right?
it's
What is going on right
it's
now? I haven't
it's
been kind of
crazy and it's not crazy. Like I'm not surprised at all because this is what I've been waiting for since 2017. Also a background or what what's going on right now within the crypto market that I see. Well, I'm guessing you see that it drop a lot.
Yeah, it did.
Um,
All Bitcoin and other altcoins. It's
yeah, just letting you guys know too for a disclaimer, I'm not a professional at all with, trading cryptocurrency. It's just something that I'm just really into. I kind of have a passion about it and I've just, grown a liking towards it.
Mhm.
But what I've seen that's going on with the whole crypto market right now is
Okay.
it's just a lot of uncertainty, basically. And if you've been in this since 2017, this is nothing right here. A 10% drop? This is nothing. These are the times I look forward to right here. But in reality, it's really just uncertainty. No one knows what's going on. Um, there's a multitude of things that I've seen. One is with the whole Biden tax plan. Another one is just there's a hack within like a Turkey exchange where I didn't look too deep into it, but there's like a hack in Turkey exchange, and I believe someone might have took all like the Bitcoin on that exchange.
Oh shoot.
People just taking honestly just people taking profits in reality too. At the end of the day, you kind of do got to look at it as in January we were at I believe 30,000 around there. I mean, within like a couple months, we go up another 30,000. So you got to kind of look at it that way too as well. Uh,
Yeah. I think there's a lot of frenzy right now within the
yeah,
cryptocurrency market and the NFT market because
definitely.
I think everybody wants to make quick money to
Yeah.
flip it, like
Mhm.
buy and sell it. And I just actually reading comments, looking at Bitcoin's comments and stuff like that. And one guy's like, "Oh, I bought Bitcoin like 62 grand, and my wife is gonna is gonna leave me when it drops down to 40 grand, 42 grand." I'm just like, damn,
Man,
that's crazy.
I wonder how much you put into that.
I know. I was like,
And
I mean, people are investing without knowing what they're investing into. Like they're putting their hard-earned money without kind of reading into the investment like Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or stocks in
exactly,
general.
just a big
Um,
hype.
so what's your kind of goal with this
My
cryptocurrency that you're
my
doing?
goal really, I'm really more of like a Bitcoin maximalist in a way. Like I do invest in certain altcoins, but mainly the main thing is Bitcoin because that's what I understand the most. My really goal for Bitcoin is just to hodl it until until the
$1 million
or like
worth.
yeah, that's really it right there until
Well,
like the 1 billion.
but it could be like Bitcoin, if Bitcoin ever become like an alternative for a currency instead of fiat money,
Yeah,
you could definitely use Bitcoin. If you have like one Bitcoin, you can, and if it's worth like $1 million per Bitcoin. You can
exactly.
like Tesla is accepting Bitcoin. You can
Yeah,
buy a Tesla yourself by using
yeah.
Bitcoin, and
To go back onto that with Bitcoin being replacing, maybe the US dollar, I personally, for me, I don't think that's gonna happen.
same.
I don't think that will ever happen. For me, Bitcoin is really just a store of value. I think maybe one day it'll replace gold. I know people, a lot of influencers, a lot of very smart people do think it's going to replace the US dollar. I just personally think that's not going to happen at all. I don't think that's what Bitcoin is there to do. I just think it's there just for, people like us, me, you regular people to invest in something that's going to, make you make you a lot of wealth, and it's for people that are in other countries, like people like in Venezuela, some people in Africa, where their currency is going through a bunch of hyperinflation. And that's where I see where Bitcoin shines at too as well. It's because a lot of people in Africa and Venezuela, they actually use Bitcoin. They don't use their currency just because it's damn near worthless.
Yeah, and
Like,
Bitcoin has a finite supply, so meaning nobody can create more supply right now. So
yeah,
I think right now it's like 18 million supply, something like that. Well,
exactly.
initially it's 21 million,
Exactly.
quoting from the white paper,
Yeah, that's the
and
beauty of it.
nobody can create more or
Yeah,
out of like what the Federal Reserve is doing right now. They're creating money out of thin air
yeah,
so that they can provide a stimulus check to people or to boost the economy and
yeah.
use their monetary policy and the government using their fiscal policy. What do you think about like other altcoins? Like I know you're a big fan of ADA,
Yeah,
Cardano,
yeah. So I'm a big fan of,
Ethereum, stuff like
yeah.
that. What do you think about those other altcoins?
So investing in those other altcoins, it's really like investing for me, it's like investing into like a startup in a way.
Oh, okay.
Those things are going to give you big gains, and but we don't know really the certainty of it, unlike Bitcoin, basically. For me, the reason I like investing in, Ethereum and Cardano, because I look at, Ethereum as like, the Amazon or the internet of the blockchain
Blockchain
space.
technology, yep.
Exactly. And Cardano, I look at that as like, the same thing really as Ethereum. It's just I invest in Cardano a lot too, is because of Charles Hoskins, super smart guy, and I've learned that he was the co-founder of Ethereum. He saw all the problems that Ethereum did have, and he created Cardano to solve those things basically. And he's just from listen to his podcast, listen to him talk. He's just a very genuine guy. But at the end of the day, too, there's still uncertainty of these projects. I'm really using those as really just a catalyst to you know to build more wealth on those to put into more Bitcoin, basically. But I'm still
Oh,
gonna exactly. But I'm still investing them into the long term. Those are a couple. Those are gonna be like more of like a long. A lot of my crypto holdings are more long term, basically.
so basically you're investing through like Ethereum or Cardano or VeChain, whatever,
Yeah.
Uniswap or Chainlink, whatever, alternative coins. But you're basically investing in them to kind of sell them in the long term,
Yeah.
so that you can put it in Bitcoin.
Bitcoin and other investments too. Like I'm really big on Tesla as well.
So okay, let's go to your stocks investment. What are
Yeah.
some of the things that you kind of invest in?
You actually helped me out a lot with my stock investments. Like you gave me a whole different mindset of how I should, think about it.
Uh-huh.
Because with my stock investments, I was mainly the dividend investor, the boring type of investor. I'm just gonna put it everything Coca-Cola, AT&T, But I realized that it was just too slow for me to, just think about it. It was just too slow for me. And I was thinking I should invest in more, robust companies that are, trying to build, robust companies that are trying to build something for the future, and companies that are just going to go exponentially by just researching them. So companies like that I'm really into are companies like Tesla or NIO or CCIV, big on the EV plays. um, I am super big on Tesla just because I don't want to say I'm an Elon Musk fanboy, but
Me too. Me too. I'm an
but
Elon Musk
but
fanboy.
man, dude, like that's like my role model right there.
Yeah,
Just
same.
because
One of them.
everything he's trying to do, we all know EV is going to be the future. We know that I believe Gavin Newsom said in 2025 he wants a percentage of cars to be all EV. We know China wants to be all EV too as well. We see that as the future right now, and the fact that sorry about the dogs barking, but a big a fact the fact that a lot of the EV cars that are being produced, a high percentage of them is, Tesla's, producing those cars. We also have the future of Tesla. We have what, the Model Y, we have the S, we still have the truck coming. We see there's talks about big rigs coming. We see, the future of autonomous driving. We see that, Tesla, making solar power panels. We see that, they're gonna have their own insurance. It's just, all these things. He's just an innovative person. And at the end of the day, the reason why he's doing this is just to make the world a better place. He's not, yeah, he's doing this for a profit, but it's really just to help, humans, or help us and help the world, just giving back to the world.
I think ultimately he want from my perspective at least, watching him and listening to him, ultimately he wants to change the world. Like it kind of gives him a purpose to go like planets system where he's trying to go to Mars and trying to expand our species. Otherwise, he's according from history, we will kind of destroy ourselves somehow, some way, where wouldn't exist because we'll probably go to war with each other, whatever that is. But I think he's definitely giving a lot of values to consumers and to the world. First of all, to the world, with carbon emission, with electric vehicle, with the Boring Company trying to make tunnels underground so that it's faster for transportation. It's faster for people to go to different places, especially for like places like San Francisco, LA, Vegas. And also he has Neuralink, which is, oh my God, that's a whole different.
I don't know how the guy sleeps, dude.
He doesn't. I mean, he has Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, the Boring Company, Hyperloop.
And these are all like just things that you like. How do you even like come up with these types, companies?
Yeah, and it's very innovative and very it's to help people, to make people's life easier, and also to make like you said, to make the world a better place. So what do you think about have you seen that video from Neuralink where the monkey's trying to play on this one game?
I actually have not.
Oh my, it's actually pretty crazy.
So take a look at that.
He said that on the short term, and I'm not, I just read this and watched a video of it, like for Neuralink. Your short-term kind of goal is to have to kind of fix the brain and spinal injury of the brain.
Yeah.
And long-term wise is to be kind of symbiotic with artificial intelligence. I'm investing a lot of money in artificial intelligence right now as we speak.
See that, man? That's awesome.
I've done, yeah. So what about you? Like, what are your I mean, I know lately you've been investing into like growth company, because dividend investing, at least for you, kind of changed your mind to it's a slow growth. And I feel like it's more on the space of like if you're older person where it's less risky.
Yeah.
And for growth investing is you're more risk on.
Yeah.
Where you have the potential to grow your wealth at a young age, and also even if the market crashes, you can afford to buy the dip and buy more, because you have diamonds hand, just kidding, to buy more, and you have the time, but compared to like if you're older, like when you're 50s, 60s, your retirement is on it, on this. If your retirement is your retirement is invested on the, like more in the stock market side, it's more risky for you to, you might not be able to afford it if the market go down because you have less time to work. What do you think about some of the things that some of the innovative companies right now, like Lucid? I know you have some take on that.
Yeah.
What do you think about Lucid just as a car? We know that Tesla is super amazing. Make other car look stupid. All the other gas car.
Yeah. Lucid in general. So I've done a little research, and I haven't done a big haven't done a lot of due diligence on it. It's with Lucid. I've seen the car in person. Like I went to the showroom and I seen it and I was like, man, this car is beautiful. This car makes the Model S. It's Lucid. I to compare it, it's like the Mercedes Benz or like a BMW in like the EV world, and like Tesla would just be like a Honda.
Really? So when the first when you first told me that, I was just like, really?
Like
Because the Model S, they have a new car. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called new version,
mm,
Plaid, I believe. It goes like 1.6 seconds, 0 to 60,
are
1.6
we
seconds.
talking about the Lucid or the Tesla?
Model S.
Okay,
Sorry, not Model S. It's I think it's Model X. One of
okay,
those. You know how Model S and Model X is the screen is like square, like just a rectangle, but vertical rectangle,
yeah,
instead of like an iPad thing
yeah,
like for Model 3. Now for the Plaid version, it's actually the iPad looking screen.
okay.
And
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think I
yeah,
remember that. I seen that.
yeah, it's super cool. Like I've been to one. I've been me and my friend or my friend rented a Model 3 for a
Yeah,
day. Oh my God, it was like super smart, super cool, and super fast.
yeah.
Have you been to one?
I have not yet actually.
Oh my God, dude, it's like
I'm afraid that if I do, I'm just because I really want one right now. To be completely honest, if I do, I think I'm just gonna snap my finger, sell some crypto, and just buy one. Which I'm trying not to because I know it's not a smart decision right now at my time.
yeah, but it's super like it's something that my dream car.
Yeah,
Literally, I mean, I don't want to buy it right now because I don't want to sell any stocks.
yeah,
But dude, it's literally my dream car. Like just the Model Y for family and the Model 3 is super cool. But I know it'll be cheaper in the future, probably like
yeah,
in like a couple of years, it'll be a lot cheaper. And I
yeah,
think they're also making like a 25 grand car.
yeah.
So talking about like you going to like investing and stuff like that, how did you have that kind of mindset? Because I
It's
know your background, it wasn't that.
Yeah, mine was you kind of explained it earlier. My whole mindset towards is like I'm young. I should be investing in these types, different types of company that's going to make you a lot of money that provides more risk basically, and that I shouldn't just yeah, it's good to be safe, but I need to I wasn't making that much it wasn't doing that much to my my portfolio. And once I switched to more of that growth investing, researching the companies, that's I would say that made my portfolio like 5x basically, just because I put a little bit more risk, I put a little bit more due diligence and all that good stuff. And I just lasered in and just started researching different types of companies and investing in those companies basically. And going back to my crypto portfolio, I still do a lot of boring stocks like ETFs and all that stuff. I've actually moved a lot of my some of my crypto gains that we've seen in this bull run. I took some profits and I put it in my my Roth and all that good stuff. My Just because at the end of the day, you want to take there's nothing wrong with taking profits. Basically, I wanted to secure those gains. I wanted to secure my net worth. Basically, I took those gains, put them into my Roth. That's a little bit more steady. That's gonna grow over the years, basically. But yeah.
So tell us about like your background and how did you get to like you where you're at now so far in your life and what you
Yeah.
learned in the past.
So my background, just letting you guys know, I'm not rich at all whatsoever. I'm just a normal guy.
Yeah,
You
we're just
know,
normal people.
yeah, I work in tech in San Francisco, in San Mateo. My background, I went to college at Cal State East Bay. I didn't go to the best college in the world. I didn't go to USF. I didn't go to Berkeley or anything. But yeah, I just consider myself a normal guy that has a passion with investing and just growing my wealth. So my background, this is basic. I got into investing because in community college, I was just, man, I was, I researched some. It was kind of like you in a way. Like I've seen your background. Like it's like, man, am I really just going to graduate college, go in student debt, and make $50,000 a year? You know what I mean? And like
Yeah, yeah.
it's kind of not what I want to do. Then I was like, what do wealthy people do? I was like, okay, wealthy people invest in stocks. I didn't know what stocks was, and I just throughout my whole community college, I just basically watch videos. I was just watching YouTube videos. I didn't know what I was watching. I just listened to it so much that it just got ingrained in my head and everything. And that's how basically I just started learning about investing in stocks. And I kind of just grew a more of a likeness towards it. Then down the road, I started talking to my other friends about stocks. Then they told me, hey, have you this was in 2017, not
Hmm.
2017.
Yeah.
um I started talking to my coworkers about it. It's like, hey, what companies do you invest in and all that stuff? What companies, Robinhood, are you investing in? Just that type of stuff. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I invest in, like Microsoft, these type of companies, like, and they then show me, hey, have you heard of like, cryptocurrency? Have you heard of Bitcoin? Basically, I was like, no, what is that? It sounds like I was just like, no, what is that? It's like basically it's like digital money. It's like sounds like a scam.
Yeah.
Like what? So I was like, what is that, dude? Like basically it's digital money. You buy it on this app called Coinbase. But if you look at it right now, man, it's going up $1,000 every day. It's going up that it would go up $1,000, go down $1,000. This one Bitcoin was at like 3,000 in June or around there, and it would go up to 3,000, 6,000. And I would just look at it. I was like, man, this is crazy. Like it's just going up so much. And I was like, but I don't know if I want to invest in this because I don't know what this is. Then I just, kept watching videos about it. Basically, I feel like our generation just watches videos about things. We don't really read things. We just watch
Right.
videos about things. But
Right.
yeah, I was watching these videos about it, and I just kind of fell in love with it. After that, I just started understanding it, and I just remember I got wrecked in 2017 because I remember I was
It's a
investing.
bubble.
Yeah, I was investing the 16. I remember I was in class, right? So I invested about I'm not sure how much I invested, but I know I invested in Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and a coin called Verge. Um, don't know, honestly, I didn't really know much about the coin, but I remember I've never made that much money before. And
Damn.
I don't want to say how much I made, but I made a lot of money where I just never thought that'd be possible for me at that age. Then I just remember in 2000 in December, basically, when Bitcoin hit that $19,000 mark, I was in class and I was screaming. I was like, "Oh my God, what is happening right now?" Then
So you've never seen that
my
much gain.
I was just like, dude, how do you go from literally 10,000, like 6,000, $20,000 in just a matter of a couple months, or like less than like it was just insane then. But after that day, everything just went downhill. And the thing I never learned was when to pull out because I thought this stuff was just going to keep on running and
Hmm.
running. Then basically, all in keep it short, I lost all my gains. But the thing is, what I kept doing though?
Uh-huh.
I I kept on averaging. I kept on just buying, I kept on buying in because I believed in this. I was literally obsessed of learning about, cryptocurrency, mainly about Bitcoin. And I knew what it was. I knew the value of it. And
Hmm.
now I was just and now we're at, this next bull run, and everything kind of just paid off. Basically,
Yeah.
at the time too when I was investing.
Hmm.
To give you guys a little bit more background, I was a waiter for about a good for all my college career. Basically, I wasn't making that much money. I paid all my bills myself. I, paid my car, my rent, and so the money I can only invest. I always allocated about one server tip a week, which is about 100 to 120. So I would be
Hmm.
investing about $200 every 2 weeks. Um, more or less. Then I would, I would always, put like $50, $30 into cryptocurrency, then like, $50 and to like $100 and put that into my stock market fund and more to my, my rainy day money. But yeah, then long story short, those $20 to $30 that, I would, steadily invest in, really helped me out, at
It,
this bull run right now.
yeah, it grew your net worth in the long term.
Exactly.
And I think just going back, I think despite the fact that you didn't go to this fancy school or learn about it,
No,
but
at
the
all.
thing is everything is on the internet.
Exactly. And to be
Whether
honest, I'm honestly, I'm not a smart guy, really, when it comes to like, when it comes to school and all that stuff. I was always a CD person. I went to East Bay. I was, I I wouldn't call myself a, like a scholar or anything.
yeah, but you know what they say, right? Like A student works for the D and F students. You know,
Yeah.
because I don't know. I think I'm really proud of you. You know, having uh that mindset. You know, like how important it is it to have that financial to become a financial literate mindset? Because I feel like people nowadays they just go to school, get a high paying job, then get in debt and go to work at a some place forever, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's just life. Like
I feel
what
like
happened?
it's very important to, I mean, I would have to say too, it's because of my parents too as well. They kind of shaped me to, what I am today. Because my parents, like I know that my parents came from the Philippines. My mom basically was like a single mom, feeding my brother and I. And like, my dad eventually came. And it's just like we didn't have, all the fancy things. We didn't have all of that. But it's just when you're in that situation, we kind of just learn to appreciate our parents. And that kind of what motivates me basically to, build my net worth as much as I can so I can give back to my parents. That's basically my goal right now. Is just I just want to retire them, basically. But going back to what you said, it that my parents kind of helped me, gain this financial literacy because I had no choice. You know what I mean? Like I needed to do something in order to, help my parents, from whatever they're just going through. And it's important to be financial literate, just because if you're not, you're just going to be continually just, just putting money into a savings account that, pays you 0.25 cents a year or 0.25% a year basically. And just, um
I mean, I'm curious. What is your like money to you? What is money to you?
um
What is the first thing that comes to your head?
money to me is something that buys time, basically, buys time to help me, that money me buys times to helps me, hang out with my loved ones basically. And just but yeah, I'm trying to elaborate, but that's basically it right there.
That's basically it. Just
Because
like
me,
the
my parents, my parents really never had money like that. But I know that they gave me what they can, and I just want to give that back to them. I want to give back that time to them, basically.
and they gave you the opportunity to be here in the United States because
Yeah,
you weren't
definitely.
born here
Yeah, I
as
was thinking
well.
here.
You were born in the Philippines, but you came here when you were a young age.
Yeah.
So, what are the things that what are your values in life?
Um,
Because this might be kind of motivating you, like you said, like your
yeah,
parents, their hard work and what you see from their parents having not, having not that much money, but still survive and give you the opportunity to do this and see where you're at right now. What are the things that you value the most in life in
yeah.
general?
Things I value the most really is just like ever since I moved out too, and ever since like my brother had a baby too as well, I value, yeah, time with my family, just spending time, with them, and just, um, spending time with them. And just because we never really um, hung around a lot ever since I moved out, basically, like I've learned to, hang out with my family a lot more. And but other things I value is really, man, I didn't get ready for this part. um, let me circle around back to this part.
Hmm.
It's not nothing popping up in my head.
Is
Oh,
it
it's
like your
popping up, but I can't like enunciate it out.
yeah, is it like your relationship that you value, like having the, I mean, like you say, like having the time with family.
Yeah,
Um, obviously you value, having wealth and
yeah.
health. Now remember, you're a big gym guru, if you said, but
I
you're a
used to be a big gym guy. I used
gym
to
guy.
I still am. It's just once when life hits you and you got to work and you got to go to school at the same time and you got to think about other stuff. Gym, you kind of put gym, to the side a little. You can still do it, but you can't. Because I used to go to the gym like 4 hours a day. That's all I used to think about. But life happened. I still go to the gym every day. It's just something that I just kind of put to the side right now.
So
But
what, yeah.
going back to what you said, so long story short, what I value the most is really just time with my loved ones. Basically, anyone and everyone that was there for me and that has ever helped me out in my life to where I am now. I just value giving back to those people. Like I give back, like giving back to my girlfriend that I've been with 10 years. I just want to make sure she's good. I want to give her everything. My parents that basically gave me everything, my brother too as well, and just all my friends and my family, that everyone that has ever helped me, like that shaped me through the person I am today. I just want to, I value them, and I just want to give back to them as much as I can. And that's anything. That's time. That's like advice, or that's just talking to them, basically.
So in the future, if you think about the future, what do you think are your, what are you thinking, in terms, like, in the future, like your plans, like, are you gonna keep, investing? Obviously you're gonna keep investing, I'm assuming, and you're gonna get to cryptocurrency and stuff along those. What do you usually think when
Yeah,
nowadays
that's
think
I
about?
honestly, I usually think nowadays is for the future is like just what's my next move? Like, am I gonna, like, once I do make this wealth off off investing into the stock market, well, like, where am I gonna move that to? I'm am I gonna get, like, I want to buy real estate, but I was like, all right, how should I, like, where should I buy real estate at? Or things like that, or it's just um
So what are the things, so let me go back to this. What are the things that kind of that you're facing, like you face in the past, like the struggles that and adversities that you have to overcome, and something along those lines?
something I faced in the past was really just I would say all these things to my friends, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you know what I mean? But I would never do them. It's really just starting. I think that would be one. Like I never nowadays I don't tell things to people that I'm going to do. I now I kind of learn just to do them, because I hate doing that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Then like a year later, like they may ask you like, yo, what happened? Are you still doing that? Or are you still doing this? I'm like, no. But
Yeah.
it's really just, that's something that I've always, like, kind of struggled with, is really, I would always start them, but I would never finish them. It's really just, saying the things I'm going to do and finish, and, following through, basically.
Are you researching, and thanks for that insight.
Yeah.
Are you researching any stocks right now, or any type of cryptocurrency? Because I know you look
Um,
at the technical analysis of it, part of it
yeah.
too.
So I'm not a big TA guy. I just look at, how it's doing throughout the day. Um, a, a project I'm looking into, because the NFT space is getting kind of big right now and all
Yeah.
that.
What do you think
I
about this?
NFT, I get it and I don't, in a way, like, I think it's a beautiful thing, especially for, like, musicians and a lot of artists and all that. And I think there is a market for it. I think NFTs are here to stay, basically. I just think it's too over inflated right now.
Yeah.
But right now, a project but I do want to. put a portion of my, my cryptos in. It's a small portion into into it like in the NFT play. I am investing in a coin called Omi.
Omi? What is that
Yeah.
coin about?
Basically, Omi is basically it has to do with NFTs. It's yeah, my words are getting twisted right now, but it's let's just say it has to do with NFTs basically, and I just want to ride this wave right now, and it's a really low cap coin, and if it gets big, then it gets big. It's really mainly like a gamble play. I haven't done too much due diligence on it. I just seen a couple of my friends get into it, and I was let me just dabble in there.
Yeah, because
Really
a
like,
NFT is the non-fungible token. Is
yeah,
basically like it's a digital certificate that you own that type of art, or whether it's a video, it's a picture, it's a GIF,
yeah,
it's a meme
yeah,
created by artists, and the
yeah,
incentive for artists to make NFTs is they get royalties from it every time the person sells it.
exactly,
And it's usually minted or tokenized in the Ethereum blockchain,
yeah,
either Ether,
yeah,
and yeah, I think it really does have a place,
yeah,
because
definitely.
everything now is
It's digital.
digital. So
Yeah,
going back to Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin is like an alternative, not an alternative, but I guess it's a digital gold
yeah,
compared to like a physical gold of
yeah.
having a store of value, um, compared to a fiat currency where it loses value over time because, the government just keeps printing money
Exactly.
out of thin air.
It,
So
going back to that, it's like if I'm trying, it's just more convenient basically than go. If I'm trying to send someone some Bitcoin, I could just, just get their address, their wallet address, and, just send someone. If I'm trying to send, if I want to send someone like, $1 million worth of gold, that's going to be really hard to, I can't, like, it's going to be really hard to carry and just put it on a plane. It's going to be really heavy. But yeah,
do you watch Anthony Pompliano?
yeah, I love
For
that guy.
dude, that guy is so good explaining things, in terms of like
Exactly.
cryptocurrency and Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I
I've
watch him a lot. He's like one of my like the main like guys that I really look up to.
Yeah, I started watching him last year when he actually started his own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because I just like when he started explaining stuff, it just clicked to me. I was like, oh my God, I can actually learn how Bitcoin works. And
Yeah.
because when you read the Bitcoin paper, most people probably will not be able to understand how that actual technology works in terms
Yeah.
of like the blockchain technology and
It's
stuff.
confusing. It
It
is.
is, it is, it
Sometimes I
does
still
get.
have trouble just explaining, cryptocurrency or just blockchain to people.
Yeah, it is very confusing, and yeah, I mean, we're going to like a digital kind of um
Era.
place right now. Yeah, era for our generation, at least for the younger generation, especially.
Yeah. What if you don't mind me asking too, like from your points, like in your investing career, because I know you invest in a lot of robust technologies, and I know you do every time you invest, you do a lot of due diligence. I'm like, what do you think about Bitcoin specifically?
Bitcoin
I've always
specifically.
wondered that's why, because I remember I told you to buy Bitcoin one day back in 2017.
Yeah, yes, and I did buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin because of you. I didn't know anything about it at first, but Bitcoin in general, I think it's like you said, it's a store of value, and it's an alternative to invest your money in. Because in the future, I think we will use Bitcoin. We will use Bitcoin because we will have digital wallets. We will probably have digital identity as well. So instead of having a
Okay.
physical license or ID card, we'll have a digital license and ID card, just like
Yeah.
we have now for Apple Wallet. We have them. You just basically put it right next to a payment, a POS system, and it'll just transfer your money as an exchange. So I think Bitcoin in the future will definitely go up.
Mhm.
And this is not a financial advice or anything like that, but this is just what, in my opinion, is Bitcoin will have a lot of value in the future. If I had, if I could only make two investments in my life, it would be Bitcoin and Tesla.
I
Um,
knew that's
because
exactly what I was thinking ever since when she just said that.
because Bitcoin is because of the financial part of it, the digital the digital currency of the whole world, I believe. Because anybody in the whole in the network, in the Bitcoin network, um, it's immutable, it's irreversible. Once you transfer Bitcoin to another person via digital wallet, the Bitcoin network, which is the nodes, the computer network around the world, which is I don't know how many thousands of computers that allows that to, because they get incentivized by getting a little bit of Bitcoin from that.
Yeah.
And the blockchain, how the blockchain technology works is just really crazy, and it's really good. It's just like you can't hack it. Like it's
Yeah.
impossible unless you have a like you have a big computer power, which will cost an individual or a company a lot of money. But what would be the incentive for them if they would try to hack the Bitcoin and everybody else would sell because they wouldn't trust the Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Then the price of Bitcoin will go down,
It
right?
probably would not, like, people probably wouldn't even use it no more because the whole point
Yeah,
is, it's to not
it's a
be
store of
unhackable.
value
Yeah.
for your money for people to use to as an exchange for the economy, like as a tool. So I think Bitcoin, I mean, nobody knows Satoshi Nakamoto, but man, it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
But pointing to like Tesla, it's because first they have the electric vehicle side of the business, and they also have the full self-driving car. It's gonna be robo taxis in the next couple of years,
Yeah.
and Tesla's gonna be leading that because they have the most advanced. I believe they have the most advanced artificial intelligence in their self-driving capability system, that is in the car, in the car, as this basically the brain of the car.
Yeah.
um and they also have solar, like the solar side of the business. And Elon Musk, man, is just so innovative, and just as a CEO and as an individual, is just so inspiring and so
Yeah.
like, I don't know, just you just want to be him. But for me, for my perspective, I just kind of check like, yeah, just be the best version of myself, so
Yeah.
that you can treat other people and serve other people around you, the best that you can.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
Bitcoin, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think, in my opinion, it's gonna be up there. Unless, yeah,
Add on to that too as well. I mean, we can already see the innovation towards Bitcoin. All the people that are flowing through it. What in just last year, we didn't have MasterCard, we didn't have Visa, we didn't have PayPal, we didn't have BlackRock, we didn't have all these big name, companies. We didn't have Tesla, dabbling going into Bitcoin right now. And the fact that we have that now just shows the validity towards it. And it's just now it's just, all right, who's next? Who doesn't want to get left behind?
yeah, exactly. And I like that we're innovating, and where the companies are disrupting a specific market to make lives for people's lives to be easier. And I mean, yeah, it's just crazy. I think I love where we're living right now. Like, I think
Yeah,
we're living in a really,
I'm excited.
yeah, me too, me too. So before I end the podcast, we talk a lot today,
Yeah.
which I'm really glad. I have a fun questions, I
Mhm.
guess. So if you could pick one fast food between In-N-Out versus Chick-fil-A, which one is
In and
it?
out.
In and
All
out, then
day,
that was fast.
in the day. All that's once you said fat. What fast food? I just said In and Out. I just thought In and
You
Out.
just thought in and
I
out, damn.
can never go wrong. I mean, I In and Out all the way, man.
And what's your goal in life?
My goal in life is to make a lot of wealth. Okay, my goal in life is just to, make a lot of wealth and just give back to my family and my parents and just to be the best version of myself that, I can, basically. That's really it right there. And just be happy.
Is there some okay, and last question is there a time where you did something embarrassing that you haven't told anybody?
Hmm.
Except the one that my mom caught you smoking in the bathroom.
I'm caught me smoking in the bathroom when I was in eighth grade. But and that's how you can tell where I was when I was a kid. I was
Yeah.
I was the smartest guy out there, but hmm,
You were a skater, you were a dancer,
I was a lot of things. Not you say all these things.
you were a sneakerhead,
I was
you had a
so
tail on your back of your head. That was the
I, was,
trend back then.
I did. I used to have a Jedi tail.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. Most embarrassing thing. Honestly, there's so much that I just don't know which one to pick. Um,
What is something that you can think of?
there's one that I can. There's one, but I just can't say it. That's only one. I just can't say it. I'll say it off camera, but I just can't. I just can't, dude. Um, dude, honestly, I don't know.
Okay, so to kind of switch that question or an alternative question is what's your favorite or if you can travel anywhere in the world right now, where would it be?
I would go back to the. I would want to be. I would want to travel back to the Philippines.
The Philippines?
I just had so much fun there. It was just. I just had a blast. It's just going back to where you came from and like just seeing where our parents grew up, and it
Mhm.
was like all my cousins were there, and it was just a really fun time. That's a place I would want to travel to.
Wow, nice. Well, thank you for doing this, CJ. I really appreciate it.
Great. I'm
I
just
hope
glad
ev-
I you asked me to do. I was like, wow, I've never had anyone ask me. I like about this.
yeah, I thought you would be a fun guest to talk to anyway. So for everybody's listening and watching, that one person who's watching, I hope you guys enjoy and see you guys next time. Peace.